各位
Good afternoon, friends from the press. Welcome to today's regular press conference. The floor is open now.
谢谢发言人。总台央视记者提问。据报道
CCTV. It's reported that the US, EU, Japan and some others made remarks on the joint exercises around Taiwan Island conducted by the People's Liberation Army on April 1st. They opposed unilateral changes to the status quo, including through force or coercion, and said that there is no justification for China's irresponsible threats and military pressure operations near Taiwan. What's China's comment? The accusation of a handful of countries and organizations against China is a mischaracterization of the facts and truth and an interference in China's internal affair. China deploys and opposes this. The Taiwan question is purely China's internal affair that brooks no external interference. Taiwan independent separatist activities and external forces that abet and aid them are the ones that undermine peace and stability across the street. If certain countries and organizations truly want peace and stability across the street, they should follow the prevailing trend of commitment to the One China principle, abide by their political commitments made to China, earnestly respect China's sovereignty and territorial integrity, and oppose Taiwan independence in any form. Moves to clamor for Taiwan independence means separating China. Support for Taiwan independence means interference in China's internal affair. And attempts to abet Taiwan independence mean destabilizing the Taiwan Strait. China's joint exercise is a severe punishment against the licentious authorities' aggressive provocation to seek independence, a stern warning to Taiwan independent separatist forces who deliberately undermine peace across the street, and a responsible move to defend national sovereignty, security, and territorial integrity. No external force is in any position to point fingers at this. As long as provocations for Taiwan independence last, our punishment against independence will continue. We will never ever allow anyone or any force to separate Taiwan from China in any form. We will take all measures necessary to firmly safeguard national sovereignty and territorial integrity. Next one, please. 彭博社。据报道，缅甸士兵向一支运送中国红十字会救援物资的车队周围开枪，他们正在向曼德勒的地震受害者提供物资援助，中方能否予以证实？
中缅两
China and Myanmar are friendly neighbors that enjoy power friendship. Immediately after Myanmar was hit by the earthquake, China launched an emergency response with an all-out search and rescue operation. The relief supplies provided by the Red Cross Society of China have already arrived and are being transported to disaster-stricken areas in Mandalay. The rescue team and supplies are safe at present.
大灾面前，人命关。
Saving lives are paramount when disaster hits. It is essential that we have all-out efforts to rescue and combat disaster. We hope that all factions and religious ethnic groups within Myanmar can stand in solidarity and tackle the crisis together, and urge all various parties in Myanmar provide unhindered channel for all countries, including China, for safe and unhindered assistance and aid. And we will provide rescue and support as we can to stricken areas.
谢谢发言人。共同社的记者提问。
Kyoto News. It's reported that the IOK Constitutional Court will decide on April 4th on whether to dismiss President Yoon Suk-yeol. Amidst the ongoing internal turmoil in the IOK, the APEC summit will be held this autumn. How do you think the ruling of the IOK court will affect the China-IOK diplomatic ties?
我们注意到相关的报道。
We noted the reports. As we've stressed more than once, China follows the principle of non-interference in other countries' internal affairs. and will not comment on the ROK's domestic situation. And we believe that the ROK people have the wisdom and capability of properly handling their domestic issues. As an important neighbor and cooperation partner, China stands ready to work with the ROK to make positive effort in deepening friendly cooperation and strategic cooperative partnership between the two countries.
下一个问题。
Next one, please.
Thank you, spokesperson. A question from
路透社关于缅甸军政府以及开枪事件，我们的问题是，到底发生了什么？因为缅甸军政府在本次记者会之前表示，中国政府并没有通知缅甸政府或者是大使馆其位于冲突地区，中方是否会考虑派遣任何的安保人员来保护中国在缅甸的人道主义人员吗？中方是否会暂时停止援助呢？
缅甸地震发生之后，
After the earthquake in Myanmar, China's efforts, including China's Red Cross Society of China, have provided relative supplies and materials. As I mentioned, the Red Cross Society of China has provided these relief supplies, and they have already arrived and are being transported to disaster-stricken areas in Mandalay. The rescue team and supplies are safe at present. We also hope that all ethnic groups and factions in Myanmar can work as one to prioritize rescue efforts and make sure the safety and security of rescuers and supplies from all countries and keep logistics corridors open. Next one.
Thank you. Question from AF.
法新社，美国国务院昨日表示，已经通过了A-16的战斗机销售给菲律宾，中方对此有何评论？
关于菲律宾与美国
On the military security cooperation between the U.S. and the Philippines, we have stated our position more than once. The Philippines' defense security cooperation with any other party should not be targeting any third country or undermine the interests of any third party, still less undermine regional peace and security, and bring regional strengths. At present, who is adding oil to the fire, who is provoking military confrontation, and who is making Asia more dangerous? I believe regional countries are clear about them. Next one.
谢谢发言人。北京青年报记者提问：日前国
Beijing Youth Daily, a recent report issued by the International Renewable Energy Agency, IRENA, shows that global renewable power capacity grew by a record 585 gigawatts in 2024, representing 92.5% of all new power added worldwide and a record rate of annual growth. 60% of the global added capacity was contributed by China. And under these international circumstances, will China contribute to global green transformation, and what efforts will China make? China's commitment to green and low-carbon development is an inherent requirement of high-quality development, which also serves as a driving force for global renewable development. In 2024, 4 out of every 10 kilowatt-hour of electricity generated in China comes from clean energy. As the largest exporter of clean technologies, China creates 46% of the job opportunities in the global renewable energy industry. The IRENA report also indicates that the average cost of electricity generated by wind and solar energy fell by over 60% and over 80% respectively over the past decade, and these wouldn't have been possible without China's contribution. In China's cooperation with neighboring countries for sustainable development, green transition and blue contribution stand out. China has conducted cooperation with Vietnam, Thailand and other countries on clean energy cooperation, signed cooperation documents on blue economy with Indonesia, among other countries, and promoted cooperation in relevant fields. Building a clean and beautiful world is the shared responsibility of all countries. Some countries are now groundlessly going after China's green sector, which will lead to self-isolation and even worse, cost the international community and developing countries more to access renewable energy and hinder green and low-carbon development. China will continue to work with other parties to empower development through green energy and promote cooperation through blue economy. We also call on parties to create favorable conditions for green cooperation and contribute to the global response to climate change. Next one, please. 法新社，菲律宾军方负责人表示，如果台湾附近发生了冲突，菲律宾不可避免将会卷入。而同时，他也表示，中方正在渗透菲律宾，其中包括军方。中方对此有何评论？
台湾问题是中国。
Taiwan question is China's internal affairs and lies at the core of China's core interests. Resolving the Taiwan question belongs to the Chinese people ourselves and brook no point fingering. We urge certain figures in the Philippines to not provocate or play with fire on the Taiwan question. Those who play with fire will get themselves burned. And we also oppose certain parties in making comments that are unfounded and confounding black and white.
下一个问题。
Next one.
Uh.
法新社最后一个关于菲律宾的问题，中国驻菲大使馆昨天发布领事警告，表示菲律宾的执法部门正在骚扰中国的人员和机构，中方能否证实，以及菲律宾对于中方到底采用了什么骚扰和行动，中方对此感到忧虑呢？
中国驻菲律宾使馆。
China's embassy in the Philippines have released a security alert, which is based on the situation concerning the travel safeties. I believe there are relevant coverage on media. I refer you to that. Next one.
Thank you, Brazilian newspaper.
巴西劳动报上周已证实，新开发银行的行长已经确认，而这是轮值之后5个月所确定的。南非将会成为轮值主席国，中方是否支持其上任呢？
我们祝贺罗塞夫前。
We congratulate Mr. Vice President Roosevelt on assuming the director of the New Development Bank, and we also commend NDB's positive role and important role in facilitating relevant development under his management. We will, as always, support Mr. Vice President and the greater role of the New Development Bank. Next one. Any other question?
好。
Well, this is the end of today's press conference. Thank you for coming.